Hi, my name is Shelby Seaton. I am a local photographer here in York. I've been living in York since I was a little kid, and I'm just a community photographer. I've done a lot of I've photographed a lot of local events here in the community. I've done things for Downtown Inc., just any community event you can think of. I've taken pictures for some of the unity marches we've had in the past. You'd maybe even seen me walking down York just taking pictures of random strangers. I used to have a little Polaroid cutout that said I love York City on it. I volunteered at local middle schools, just to help tutor and everything like that too. So I'm pretty active in the community. I try to go to as many community events as I can just to photograph it, just to show just to show off my community and show people what we're doing here in New York City and things people may not be able to see since they're not here. Today I will be speaking about Gordon Parks. Gordon Parks was born into poverty and segregation in Kansas back in 1912. Parks was drawn to photography as a young man when he saw images of migrant workers published in a magazine. After buying a camera at a pawn shop, he taught himself how to use it. And despite his lack of professional training, he found employment with the Farm Security Administration, which was chronicling the nation's social conditions. Gordon quickly developed a style that would make him one of the most celebrated photographers of his age, allowing him to break the color line in professional photography while creating remarkable expressive images that explored the social and economic impact of racism. When the FSA closed in 1943, Gordon became a freelance photographer, balancing work with fashion magazines with his passion for documenting humanitarian issues. In 1948, photo essay on the life of Harlem gang leaders won him a position as the first African-American staff photographer and writer for Life magazine. He remained at Life magazine for more than 20 years, sharing stories related to racism and poverty, as well as taking memorable pictures of celebrities and politicians, from Muhammad Ali to Malcolm X. Gordon's photos rallied support for the newly forming civil rights movement, which Gordon was a tireless advocate as well as a documentarian. Gordon spent much of his last 30 years of his life expanding his style, conducting experiments with color photography. He continued working up until his death in 2006, winning numerous awards, including the National Medal of Arts in 1988, and over 50 honorable doctorates. He was also a noted composer and author. In 1969, became the first African American to write and direct a Hollywood featured film based on the best-selling novel, The Learning Trees. This was followed in 1971 by a hugely successful motion picture, Shaft. The core of his accomplishments, however, remain his photography. According to Dr. Henry Louis Gates, Jr., director of the W.E.B. Du Bois Research Center at Harvard University, Gordon Parks is the most important black photography in the history of photojournalism. Long after the events that he photographed have been forgotten, his images will remain with us, testaments to the genius of his heart, transcending time, place, and subject matter.